Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you may find yourself as you listen to this. And welcome to the only sports podcast with brains and bars. You're tuned into another episode of It's a Black and White Thing featuring A1 and A Ward. You can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, searching for It's a Black and White Thing or Brains and Bars. Like, share, subscribe, review, rate, all that good stuff. You can also check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to YouTube, searching for Brains and Bars. Rate, review, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Tap in with us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's those boys again. I would like to say, thank you to everyone who's been tapping in with us. I just did a quick, search on the analytics. We are a small podcast. We are not doing crazy numbers out here, and I don't want to act like we are, but we are thankful for the views and for the people who listen, whether it be on the YouTube version, whether it be on the Google Podcast or Apple or Spotify, however you listen. I appreciate y'all again, man. Keep telling the people about us, though. Help us get out there a little bit more. Um, you know, I'm not sure I want this to be, well, I'll save that thought for later. But I will say this as a, small time content creator, like the last couple of weeks have been a little bit rough for your boy with the home life, family ailments and things going on. And there have been days where I'm like, I need to record something because this would have been 2 weeks without us doing a show. And it's just like, if you follow this show for any length of time, if you're one of the homies, this show takes long sabbaticals. They can't even call it a hiatus. It's just a sabbatical. Like we'll just disappear for like 6-7 months at a time, pop back up, record for a little bit, disappear. So trying to be more consistent, trying to be better about it. And so, shout out Mama Ward in the building. I always appreciate you. Hope your week is well. I appreciate those of you who rock with us, who, like I said, it's all appreciated. So got a couple of things I'm gonna get into tonight. We're gonna talk a little bit about Avatar, the live adaptation that took place on Netflix. We're gonna talk a little bit about college football and expansion. We're gonna talk a little bit about oh goodness, what's the other thing? We're gonna talk about court storming a little bit. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Chiefs and free agency for them. So stick around. And I got, at the end of the show, because it is, mostly a sports show, but we also talk about a rap. Shout out to the homie A Ward. A Ward is probably, if he's not in New York, he is on his way to New York. He's going to be on Queen of the Ring tomorrow, taking on Bonnie Godiva, YTG on YTG Crime, going on tomorrow at Queen of the Ring in New York. So I believe there is a pay-per-view for that. So if you haven't purchased your pay-per-view, please get that and check that out and support the homies, support the ladies, support female battle rap, because it's going to be going down, right? Let me real quick. We got on this card, we got J Love versus Chrissy Yamaguchi, Rainfire Moon versus Tasha the Author. Seabree, the lyricist, is on this card. J2 versus K Profit should be a really good battle. J2 had a really good performance versus JC that dropped on the URL app. Don Lady versus Torture. So a bunch of recognizable, well-known names. Pull up, check it out, man. Support. Like I said, you can get the looks like there's a pre-order for the pay-per-view. So shout out to A Ward in his absence, man. We hope to have him back next week. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this. So first off, I got a couple of things I need to get off my chest, right? Just a few things. Number one, I need for us as a community, as a society, we got to do something about these prices, man, because it's getting out of hand. It's getting crazy out here, and it's been crazy, right? Like I don't want to act like it just got crazy. But sometimes you go to pay for something, or you go to do something, and then like the price, it sticker shocks you, right? So for me, that point was last week. I had some people over at the house, looking at the house, doing some work, yada yada yada, whatever. So I'm working from home to start my day. We had my wife had made some hamburgers the night before, so I had that as the leftovers. We had some fries, but we knocked out the rest of the fries that we had at the crib. So I wanted some fries to go with my burger, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm hit up McDonald's. It's right by the crib. You know what I'm saying? I think they got the best fast food fries in the game. Give me some fries. with my burger, and we're gonna have a good little lunch, whatever, before I head into work for the day. So, let me say this when it comes to ordering fast food. It is the year of our Lord 2024, right? And in the year of our Lord 2024, when you go to order from any fast fast food, fast casual spot, you need to be using an app, right? Like there's no reason in the year 2024 for you to be pulling up to a drive-through lane of any spot where you can order ahead and either walk in or go through the drive-through to get your food. So that's number one, right? So I go on the McDonald's app. I order me, pull up the fries. Like I want to get some fries. I got a medium fry. And as I went to pay, I saw that I think it was 4.54 for a medium fry. Not and when I saw the price, I first said to myself, I said, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm bugging, right? Ain't no way these fries is by almost $5. Ain't no way. Yes, I'm rounding up from 4.54. Ain't no way these fries is $5. Like I gotta have maybe went to order something else, messed up, and then went and realized I needed to double back and take that off because them fries should be by $2-3 at the most. Absolutely not. $4 for some fries, people. 4.54. And at that point, I said, man, what are we doing as a society? Like the price of gas, like I saw somebody talk about how, like, when they were younger, and let me know what it was for y'all. But when I was young and when I was a kid, I remember gas being 99 cents a gallon. Like there may be a day where I don't know if my son has ever seen gas below $2 a gallon. Right? Like they hitting us over the head for everything. Amazon, the Prime price is going up. Netflix done about to go up 2 times. Man, I saw Wendy's was out here talking about they was going to institute a surge pricing for when it got busy. They was going to raise the prices. And I said, yo, if I pull up to the window for the 4 for 4, you tell me it's 4 for 6 because you busy. Like, what are we doing out here, yo? We have got to rise up and tell these people, listen, man, inflation is over. Like, we not still talking about inflation right now. Y'all charging us these prices because y'all figure, well, what else y'all gonna do? Right? Like we gotta, I don't know how we gonna do it. I don't know how we start this revolution, but when we ready to start the revolution, uh, I'm right here with y'all. I'm ready for the revolution because we got to do something about these prices, fam. Like we cannot continue to charge these prices, or we cannot continue to pay the prices these people like, dog, $4. Let me tell Wendy's. Let me help y'all out. Now, I did find out that Wendy's was the most expensive fast food John, like the burger spots, are the most expensive one. However, I feel like Wendy's provides, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't really eat Wendy's like that. I don't really eat fast food burgers like that. But in my estimation, Wendy's offers you the best bang for your buck because of the 4 for 4, right? You can mix and match. You can get the nuggets. You can get the little junior bacon cheeseburger. You can do this, that, and the third, right? Wendy's, I want y'all to understand something. Y'all are the spot, like when times is hard, when you trying to make it till Friday and you trying to make that dollar holla, you trying to stretch it out until you get paid. That 4 for 4 come in handy. And if people pull up to your spot, they just maybe they don't. Sorry, I don't smoke, so forgive me for getting emotion wrong. They're a little chiefed a little bit, and they ain't got a lot of bread on them. They headed to your spot. People don't hit the club. They don't party a little hard. They need a little greasy burger to try to stave the alcohol that's in their system. They coming to y'all for the 4 for 4, man. And if they pull up to the window and y'all tell them it's 4 for 8, man, y'all causing trouble. Like you causing it's gonna be some furniture moving at that Wendy's when they pull up and that 4 for 4 is 4 for 8, bro. So I beseech thee, Wendy's. I beg of thee, Wendy's, don't do it. Don't do it. But again, people, we got to do something. It's getting out of hand. When fries cost $5 and you ain't got nothing else on the ticket, we've to quote Michael Irvin, we're losing recipes. We're losing the essence, people. All right. Let's jump into this next John real quick. So Avatar, live action Avatar dropped last week. Or was it this week? I can't remember. I think it was last week. Live Avatar dropped last week. And no, I'm not talking about, James Cameron's Avatar. The only Avatar that I acknowledge is our leader, our fearless leader, Aang. His people's Katara, Sokka. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Avatar to me. So if you don't know, Avatar was a cartoon that came out on Nickelodeon. I think it's somewhere around 2008. I can't tell you for sure because I didn't start watching until it was in syndication on Nickelodeon around 2010, 11. Excuse me. And so they have tried to adapt it once. First, M. Night Shyamalan, who destroyed the movie, the live adaptation. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, one of the worst adaptations I ever seen. And here's the thing about adaptations, right? Adaptations, you are allowed to have some creative license with an adaptation. You're allowed to maybe change some things around, change some plot lines, change some storylines. What I don't think you should do, you can do, but what you should not do is what M. Night did, and that was change the names of the pronunciations of the characters' names. So it was not Aang, it was Ong. It was not Sokka, it was Sokka. It was not Iroh, it was Ero. And look, maybe he was trying to be culturally appropriate. I have no idea. It was awful though, right? So now all these years later, they come out with an adaptation, a live adaptation on Netflix. And I got to say, man, I think they did a really, really good job. It's only 8 episodes. I would have loved to see 10, maybe 12, to maybe flesh out a little bit more of the storylines from that season 1. Season 1 is the Book of Water. But I feel like they did a really good job. And I think there were issues and causes for concern in the process of developing this show, because you had the show creators walk away from the project a couple of years ago. And so there were true concerns, but I felt like the set design, the CGI, it's not perfect, but it's done well. The costuming, the storytelling, the actors, who these are kids, right? So, I mean, you know, you're not always going to get a stellar performance from kids. So, but overall, it's a good series. I'm going to watch it again. It was dope. I hope that it gets a season 2 greenlit, because I am going to be there to watch it. Now, I brought all this up to say, we are now living in a world, in a society, where it is high fashion to hate on stuff, because the day the show dropped, all I saw, that's not true. There were a lot of negative comments about this show, calling it trash, saying it's no good, CGI is terrible, acting's terrible, plot's terrible. There were no true, in my opinion, honest critiques. It was just a bunch of tearing down the show before people had really gotten a chance to even try to dig in and dive in and watch the show. And I gotta ask, man, when did y'all become such losers? Like what? When did this happen? When did y'all become such losers? And listen, I hate to even call y'all losers, but this is what y'all are, and I shouldn't call y'all losers, because I know. Listen, I know my Lord and Savior don't want me to be calling y'all losers. I know He does not want me calling another part of His creation losers, and I'm pretty sure when I stand before Him, when my life is over, He's going to pull up this segment and He's going to go, A1. Would you care to explain why you were calling my people losers? And I'm going to look at him and be like, Lord, you saw them. You see it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Look at these losers hating on the show. I know you see it. Like, I know you see it. You saw it just like I saw it. All these people hating on the show. And so it's like, y'all can't appreciate nothing. Y'all don't like nothing. Y'all don't rock with nothing. Like, nothing about the show was good. There's no the backstory of how the Air Nation is wiped out by the fire. Like, that wasn't dope to y'all. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, and I don't. So I have a couple. I don't know when exactly the turn, because here's my other point about this, right? All of these people who were offering so much disdain and such harsh critique of the show, and how much they hated it and how much they didn't like it. You know what's going to happen if there's a season 2? Those same people who claim to hate the show, who claimed that it was so bad, it was a terrible adaptation, that they did bad by the main characters, they're going to be watching in season 2, offering the same trash on the internet. And I don't know when we got to this place where people just come online to hate. Now, I can't pinpoint the exact time, but I feel like I have a good idea of when this trend truly started, right? So from a sports perspective, I think about Tim Tebow, especially Tebow time with the Broncos, where ESPN every week, First Take with Skip Bayless was finding ways to mention Tim Tebow, show highlights, put him into the discourse of their shows and their programming. And all I would see online were people who would be going nuts. I'm sick of you talking about Tim Tebow. He doesn't. So some of the critique of Tebow was fair, right? Like he's not doing much to help them win the game. Yes, the Tebow time late in the fourth quarters was a magical run for him, but the first 3 quarters he was trash, right? So some of the critiques were fair, but all I could see is, why are y'all talking about him? He's not that good. I hate this. Da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, but guys, if y'all hate it, why are you watching? Right? Like help me understand why you would hate watch something just to come online and tweet about it, right? So from a sports perspective, I feel like that is the benchmark where we could say people showed up to hate was Tim Tebow. From a pop culture perspective, my guess, I'm especially from a social media standpoint, my other guess would be the Kardashians. Right? You know, we get it. We understand the infamy and in which Kim Kardashian's name enters the cultural lexicon, right? We understand the way she enters into our consciousness. It is not the most wholesome of entrances, right? But as the Keeping Up with the Kardashians starts to take off and it starts to become popular and their show starts to permeate our social conscious, all I would see is, I hate this. I hate the Kardashians. I can't stand Kim. She's only famous because of a sex tape. What actual talent do they have? It's not a good show. And again, my thing is just like, guys, if you don't like it, don't watch. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't, when they come across your timeline, you don't have to engage. You can keep scrolling. You do not have to comment. Shout out Mama Ward. She says, whatever happened to saying if you can't say something nice, say nothing. I don't know. I, I, I do not know when why we just simply cannot ignore. So I'm going to use myself as an example, right? I don't rock with Tyler Perry. Um, that has not always been the case. When I first started to watch Tyler Perry's plays as Medea, I thought they were funny. I thought it was pretty dope, right? And then he ventured into movies. So I watched, I'm gonna say Woman Thou Loose. That was TD Jakes. Um, gosh, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? Like, I watched that. I watched this other Jones. I watched Why Did I Get Married? But we got to Why Did I Get Married To? And we went to, I never forget, me, my wife, and a couple of other couples went to go watch this in the theaters. And I left the movie theater so disgusted. I said, I will not support another Tyler Perry project for the rest of my time. Now, I reneged on that a little bit. I rock with Meet the Browns. And that was because I like David and Tamela Mann. So when that show was on, I watched it. But after that, I cannot name another Tyler Perry. My wife knows. I cannot name another Tyler Perry movie or TV show that I've watched, tried to support. And my wife knows, like, she's watched some other stuff from him. And she's like, you want to watch it? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go do something else. Like, you want to go to the movies? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go do something else. Like, Mia Culpa just dropped, right? And one of the homies in the group chat said, yo, you going to watch Mia Culpa? Like, I need somebody to watch this because I need them to discuss the absurdity of what I just saw. I need someone to dialogue about this. And I said, not your boy. We like, again, but I don't get online and say Mia Culpa's trash, or I don't pay attention to it. So listen, While I appreciate your hate watching of Avatar because you likely allowed it to get a second season, if you truly are disgusted by the show, you truly don't rock with the show, don't watch it. Just let the people who enjoy it. I think this is a fair point from Mama Ward. Also, people can now hate online and hide behind the icon. This is absolutely the truth. This is absolutely 100% facts. People get online and they get digital beer muscles and they say things they would not dare say to another person's face. I'm not going to do it tonight, but on another night, I will share with you all the story of the time that I, as a Christian, I went into an atheist blog space and I challenged one of them to drop their location. But that's another story for another day. I want to close this segment again by saying, if you don't rock with Avatar, just don't watch it, man. Just let us who enjoy the series enjoy what they're doing. Let us enjoy it. And if there's a critique to be had, not some hateful critique, but a true honest critique of the show, give an honest critique. I just want to be clear, right? I'm not saying that you can't say anything about the show or you can't critique it, but I feel like a lot of the critiques were not based in true. They were not posted to hopefully make the show better. They were just posted out of, I hate this. And I can't rock with that. I can't abide by that. All right. So let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all watched the Avatar series, The Last Airbender, let me know what you think. How did you like it? What were your favorite moments? What you like, what you didn't like. If there's a season 2, which I believe season 2 is going to be covering Earth, who would you want to see play Toph? That's the thing I'll say. I feel like they did a really great job on casting. I don't really have too much complaints there, man. I think the other thing that I'm really excited to see, because it's a live adaptation that they really didn't explore in the cartoon, is we get to watch Aang grow. Right? Gordon Cormier, who plays Aang, he's 12. I just saw an interview with him this week. His voice has already changed. So he's going through puberty. So if there is a season 2, the next time we see him, he's going to be a little bit taller. His voice is going to be deeper now. So we get a chance to truly watch Aang grow. We had to kind of use our imaginations, right? Of him growing older over a 3-year period. But we actually will get to see Gordon Cormier, the main actor, grow. So again, let me know what y'all think, and mature and becoming a man. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up. Hashtag Brains and Bars. Hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, IG, Twitter, at Brains and Bars. Let me know what y'all think about the show. All right. Let's jump into the next topic. All right. So